Hello, day 2, which was Tuesday. We started with Stephen discussing a bit our coaching sessions, and the profiling, and definitely we focused on the debate that we will have as a group, discussing ethics, regulation, education about tech overall, unemployment, social needs, and so forth. Then we had Mark Exposito coming in and discussing the fourth revolution, both as a concept as well as putting it in the historical context. What does it mean for us today and what does it mean for the future? Very important, how the financial system works in terms of tech meeting data, meeting finance. We had a look at different countries to understand their growth and understand what they are doing right, both culturally speaking as well as in the political context and economical context. We focused on, let's say, one of the ideas that Mark, together with Terence, published in the Fourth Revolution book, which is called Drive. And we focused on how we need to understand demographics on a historical perspective or a long-term perspective, and how to estimate how would the society behave.
Right.
And where the opportunities lie also in the future.
Exactly.
In the emerging countries, correct?
We hope so, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what resonated with me the most is the drop in the population overall for most of the countries, and the rise of the very young countries. And I guess the superpowers today, we are getting really old by average, and the new superpowers of the future would come from Africa.
Nation.
Yeah,
And
the big
also
nations.
maybe this nationalistic approach as countries is going to be a redundant case maybe in the future, because we need to somehow balance this population.
Yes.
And as long as we have these nationalistic systems and countries, there is not going to be a way to normalize this equation.
Yeah, we would need to redefine what immigration means at the end of the day, right?
So yeah, I don't want to be the leader of that change, but that is a tough job. But it certainly seems to be a problem. I mean, some countries are well off, but they have no people, and some countries need a lot of. I mean, they have a lot of resources in humans, but they don't have the technology or the civilization. So why not merge?
No, yeah, I'm coming back to Sebastian's idea and how these new global economies will change, and the age in which the population will be at that stage that will become an issue towards the new generations. Yeah, we were talking about the ninjas. Yeah, and what will be the risk of those millennials or any kind of people that will develop in younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be a lot of risks, and then it's always
Or
that
benefits.
these people are trying to get out to other countries where they can have opportunities, and the others are trying to prevent them from coming in. So it becomes a lose-lose game for both parties. Actually, this is something that people need to realize. So it got me thinking to these things, and it wasn't a comfortable thinking night. And to me, I think it's important for leaders our age, let's say 40 and plus, you're younger, but so for millennials and for this system, it's easier to start something, but it is very hard to transform an existing organization that is built in old values. And because the growth, as Mark was saying, it's not, it was binary and progressive, but now it is non-linear. And it is very hard to convince an organization who has made its success on incremental innovation to say, okay, we're now
You need to redefine and start over.
And it's hard to do it with the existing people, and it is hard to change the existing people. And then this was the challenge, and the first session actually, this is why it is so important for us to develop and prepare ourselves as the leaders of change.
Right.
just thinking about it and knowing what's going to come to you doesn't cut it. How you're going to apply it to your own organization, I think, is the most difficult part of the puzzle. And I'm glad that this coaching sessions that he explained, it's going to be 6 months after we do the tests and everything. So it is good that it is within a certain period of time too.
Yeah.
So we have time to reflect.
Correct.
Yes.
And what I would say as last would be one thing that Mark mentioned. Everybody was talking about the industrial era. Now we all know we find ourselves in the information era, but how do we prepare for the augmented era, the one that's lying ahead of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
Perfect.
guess that's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.